Okay, so here we go. You guys asked for it. This is strange because I've not seen a show. Well, I haven't tuned into a show like this on the OWN network, but we're going to give it a shot. This is the Belle Collective. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for season 1, episode 1 of the Belle Collective. Like I said, this is the first time I've actually watched ensemble cast show like this on OWN. I usually go to OWN for scripted shows. I don't usually do own too much with their ensemble cast stuff or any of their real reality stuff other than Iyonla, which is totally different, which actually kind of fits in. But this type of baby, let me go on and just call this what I ain't no need me trying to be cute. Let me go on and call this what it is. I don't usually come to Lady O for messy shit like the Belle Collective. This shit is messy. I can see it right now. I can see straight. You know, I've been doing this a long time. This shit's messy. So let's go. They're in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. Couple of women here. They're all doing well for themselves. They have lives, they have husbands, they have children, they have businesses. They are well versed. It's not so we ain't pretending and making up stuff about that. These women have things going on, okay? So first up, we got Tambra Cherie. First thing I noticed about Tambra, one, she's a radio DJ, okay? So I said, something's off. She's a radio DJ, so we hear her voice. You hear her voice all the time. But why is her speaking driving me crazy? She talks very fast, which is odd because now you're in Mississippi, so I'm expecting her to speak slow, to speak slowly. I said, mm-mm, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Why are you talking fast like a car salesman? In the South, the further south you go, people generally speak a little slower. And whatever that is, now I'm from Pennsylvania. So, it's kind of whatever. But when you go over like toward like New York, people speak fast. And you like, okay. But when you start going like south, Mississippi, Louisiana, places like that, the people speak slower, and for whatever reason, it gives you a feeling of where you could trust them, you can eat at their house, it's okay to love on them. That's the feeling that I get from anybody that I've ever met from like Mississippi. Anybody I know from Mississippi, they speak slower and they say funny shit, and there's a feeling of like everybody's their cousin. You know what I mean? Not her. That Tambra, she talked too fast for me. I can't. Something ain't right. Something just ain't lining up for me. But it could just be me. And then the second, I know the thick ass wig. Girl, what is going on? She got like drag wigs. It's not no bad wig, but it's like drag. It's too much hair. Like normally women don't have that much hair in their wigs. It's like she is the whole style of wigs now. That's how wigs used to be. Now people are like plucking hair out of wigs to keep them from being that full like that. Looks like full on drag. Like drag. I'm like, come on with the RuPaul wig, girl. But whatever. This is my first listen. Hey Tambra, hey girl. Anyway, she was interviewing the mayor, who is fine as wine. Do you understand me? Fine as wine. I said, oh my gosh. But they were talking about the Confederate flag being taken down and that whole thing. And again, he's speaking, and I'm trying to hang on to what he's saying. I mean, naturally, he's the mayor, so he's very well spoken and child good looking as hell. So I was really paying attention to what he was saying, but she was speaking so fast, she was getting on my damn nerves. Anyway, but it must work for where it is she works. She is a radio show host. I am a YouTuber. So listen, she must be doing something right. She getting on my damn nerves though. Anyway, moving on. Next person we meet is Leticia Pearson. She's the CEO of an entrepreneur's woman's brunch. She says she does it annually. Um, she's talking about wanting to restore a district, which is it's the street Fair Street that's there in Jackson. She wants to restore it. She has a husband and a 5-year old. The husband is a towboater, and he stays gone 28 days at a time. There's been past infidelity. I said, uh-oh. She interesting. She calls her titties mercy and grace. But he still cheated at some point. So, anyway, that's her, honey. I said, okay, so I don't know exactly what else she does outside of this brunch situation. But she has to have something else going on because there's some money from somewhere because she's talking about restoring the street, which is going to require some property to be purchased. So there's some money coming from somewhere and it ain't all coming from that boat towing situation, I don't guess. Anyway, we'll just keep our eye on her. Latrice is the next person. She is the CEO of Goddess Virgin Hair. She actually has a hair salon that's successful, and she also has a business where she's putting hair into vending machines and selling it. She has a husband that is 20 years her senior. Y'all already know I'm not a fan. Don't want to be no man's arm candy. Anytime there's 20 years in between a man and a woman, he ain't doing nothing but raising her to his hand. And as soon as I rolled up on him and seen the two of them, I was like, you went and got yourself a father. And she calls him Zaddy. And I'm looking at him and he's very smug, very controlling. And I think that at some point in his life, he's been used to people telling him he's good looking, and he believes it. Okay, so that's what I get from him. The subject of Leticia's brunch came up, and she stated that she felt like the whole brunch thing is fake. That is fake. Like Leticia is faking it until she makes it. And it's all about women's empowerment, but she's not buying into it. Some of the people in her salon, they were talking about, she came in there, she definitely has an air of phoniness, okay? She has an air of phoniness, she does. She rolled in and she's like, so why ain't y'all ain't tell me y'all was going out to that and the other? And the little queen that was working there, honey, he said, why, girl, you wasn't gonna come. You were not gonna come. And she's like, why would you think I wouldn't come? They were like him when the husband was coming in. And so it was like a thing, something about letting her go. And then it came up again when it said something about the brunch, said something about him letting her go. I said, don't let me go no goddamn where. But anyway, that's them, honey. I said, that's a mess. Moving on. Marie, she got a lot going on. Marie is she says she's the first black woman to provide mental health care there in the area. She's working on her PhD right now. She has a grown child, and she also has others. That grown child has 3 children. So he must have really been bam, 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 letting them all out. And I think there is 2 babies mamas. So he was two babies mamas or three. Now I'm thinking that there's 3 babies mamas, but only 2 are being shown on the show. So maybe the third baby's mama, because all the kids are under 1, I think she said. If there's 3 children and they're all under 1 years old. So he really, like, he had a hot couple of weekends and he was spreading his seed real, real thin. He was real hot one weekend or 2. But yeah, I seen two babies mamas. And I don't know, maybe the third mama ain't with the bullshit. Anyway, Essie is her partner. And when I say Essie is her partner, I want you all to leave me some comments and tell me what y'all got. Because when I watched her and Essie, yeah, Essie's her partner, honey. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at here. You all let me know, honey. The business, she's considering going into substance abuse, okay, as well with her business. And she kind of led on to say that her mom actually has some issues with substance abuse. And her husband, Marie's husband, he's cute. He's cute. But something don't connect. And I think the thing that don't connect is Essie. Okay, let's move on. Anyway, let's go. Anyway, now husband and Essie. Okay, moving on. Antoinette is the next one. She's a dentist. She's originally from Michigan. She's newly single, and she was in an interracial marriage. We see that she's working on some other things. I don't think she's going to be too long with the single thing. She got a little thing for, well, she said that her contractor got a little thing for her. His name is Ty. Cute guy. Cute enough. He's the contractor. She likes him as well, so maybe they'll hook up. It would probably be in her best interest because she's working on this place and she's trying to open up a new practice, and it actually has like a $500,000 bill to get it moving and getting everything finished. So you might want to kiss up on Tide. You know. Hey, listen, don't get mad at me. Don't judge me, honey. Because there's a whorish spirit that lies dormant in me, honey. Don't listen. Don't judge me. Moving on. So, Tamra and Leticia get together, and it was a situation where, because Tamra generally does this brunch for her, she hosts the brunch for her, and she was trying to talk her into it, but she can't break what she has going on. She already has another commitment, so she's not going to be able to do it. That was basically what their little situation was. I was like, okay, that's cute enough. We see Latrice and Antoinette get together, and they are actually going to do some what they call retail therapy. And Antoinette's going to go buy a sports car. Hey, why not? They were laughing and shading the brunch. These two are classic shady mean girls for the most part, and they're young. They seem to be younger than the other women in the group, and yeah, they're younger, and they have a hint of mean girl, is what I get from them. And their feelings on Leticia is that she basically is a wannabe. And they're basically giving like, girl, why is she trying to throw this brunch? Honey, she's not even there at the place where she could actually be mentoring other women. So like, girl, she's just trying to fake it till she make it. Is kind of is what they were basically saying about her. I said, oh, I told you this shit's messy. So then we see that they're getting ready for this here brunch, and Marie is already starting her mess. Marie done bought this wig, but she was saying that this wig had to do with Latrice, as she had spent $600 on this wig, and the hair just wasn't doing what she thought it should be doing, and it really didn't look like no $600 worth of nothing. It was a mess. It was giving me yucky something or other. It wasn't so hot, but she's sitting there getting ready, and they're trying to curl it and get it together. She's saying, she's going to approach Latrice about the wig, the $600 wig, at the brunch. Messy as hell, because everything got a time and a place. And at a brunch for women's empowerment and women's entrepreneurship, it's not the time to be talking about a botched wig or a product issue. They get all ready to go down here to this brunch. First thing that happens at the brunch, it's very much it's it's a fake brunch. I can't even. It's a fake brunch, okay? People, there's some ladies there. They got fascinators and real like fascinators. Nobody got like a real big hat on. That's an older woman's thing. Younger women do wear fascinators. Most of the time, they don't do real wide brims. That's older women that do the whole church hat thing. But Marie came in there with a whole costume. She looked a fool. It was a whole costume with the hoop skirt and all this shit. I said, girl, all you need is a little poodle, honey. You look ridiculous. That's not. This is not a debutante ball. This is not, girl. It looked like the opening scene from whatever happened to not whatever happened to Baby Jane, but Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte. That's what it reminded me of, honey. Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte. Hush Hush to us, girl. She was had the big old wide hat, and it was flopping down, and the stupid dress with the hoops. I said, Miss Charlotte, girl, you look ridiculous. It looked ridiculous to me. And everybody else, the other ladies, they looked like they were going out for lunch. It was cool. And then you had Antoinette in a gown. She had on a gown. It was like a scaled down, but it was a gown nonetheless. Scaled down, you have this beaded gown on in the middle of the day. You look ridiculous. But again, I'd rather be overdressed than underdressed. And I tell y'all that all the time, but that's a bit too overdressed. She's not a tall woman, so she really was being swallowed up in this gown. It was way too dressy for the middle of the day. Way too dressy. And Latrice didn't look no better. She was overdressed as well. She wasn't as overdressed, but she didn't have the little fascinator. She didn't have the whole lunch brunch. This was really an event for a really cute dress or a cocktail suit. That's what was. All three of them looked ridiculous, and all three were sitting at the end of the table. Everybody else kind of just looked at kind of like, ugh. Like they were just putting on. You could tell it wasn't even natural. It wasn't natural. We've seen these type of brunches done over at the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And we know that it's not an everyday, every week type of thing. But when Candy and Nene and them did it, it was done in such a way that you knew that there was lineage there, that their parents had did these things, and they know what it was supposed to look like, not like you were just putting it on. So it didn't have that air of fakeness and costume wear. And this is what this had. It had an air of fakeness and costume wear. And I was like, this is all ridiculous. But okay, whatever. So sure enough, they're there. They're not there long. And before you know anything, old Marie done lit into Latrice. She don't know her from a can of paint. And she gets to asking her, because there was two ladies at the table that actually did buy their hair from Latrice. They would say, "We're so glad to meet you. This is your hair, girl. I got it from your shop." This, that, and they were bragging on it. Honey, and Marie dove right in. I said, "Oh, Kenya Moore style." Jumped right in, honey, and was like, "Is this your hair? I spent this amount, and it was this, that, and the other, and this, girl, this hair is trash." Very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. It got very ugly very fast to the point where it had gotten so out of hand to the point where Latrice actually got up and told Antoinette, "Let's hit it." And they left. And Marie, you can see Marie is a shit starter, baby. She wasn't letting it go. She was like, "No, girl, we need to talk. This thing, $600." And it's like, girl, this is a mess. This hair is a mess. Is this your product? Latrice was trying to, she said, "Well, you come by and we'll talk." Or, girl, this is trash. It's a mess. All at this, I said, "This is terrible." But they ended up walking off and they left. I said, wow, wow. And that is how we opened up the season of the Belle Collective. Very interesting. You all tell me what you think. I know what I think. I think this is some messy shit, and I can't believe that Oprah actually put it on. But okay, girl. I mean, she ain't above it. Her network ain't above it. It is reality TV. But Oprah usually doesn't. Or maybe she does. I don't know. I usually don't catch this kind of stuff over here. But I guess it's what I've been missing, huh? Welcome to the Belle Collective.